What's up, YouTube? My name is Nitrous7000, and I'm a broke boy who loves theater. Therefore, I have to watch most of the shows I see online. If you can relate, or if you like theater in any capacity, don't forget to subscribe to join the broke boy theater community. And don't worry, it's not just for guys, we accept everyone here. Now before we get into the rest of the video, don't forget to stay to the end to see what I'm going to be reviewing next. With that being said, let's get into the video. Buried Child is a play created by Sam Shepard. And the cool thing about this play is that it actually received a Pulitzer Prize, which, like the Tony, is one of the biggest awards you can get as a playwright. So I went into watching this show with high expectations. The production of Buried Child that I saw was directed by Scott Elliott, and it starred people such as Ed Harris, Thaisa Farmiga, and Paul Sparks. Now, I didn't really recognize most of the cast from watching this show, but I recognized Ed Harris, and I wasn't really sure what I knew him from until after watching the show. So I did some research online, and I realized that I recognized him from the first season of Westworld. He plays the man in black, and I didn't watch the rest of Westworld. I just watched season 1. But if you haven't seen season 1, that season is fantastic and I highly recommend it. The story of Buried Child is one of the more complex plots out of the plays and musicals that I've been reviewing so far. The story basically is centered around, it's a family drama, and it's about a family who shares a dark secret. And like Passover, which is a play that I reviewed a little while back, it injects elements of absurdism in the story. Now, did this absurdist edge work for me this time around? Well, I'll let you guys know a little later on. Now, there are two things that really worked for me in this production of Buried Child. Number one, the acting. You know, I think that the actors did an amazing job with the material that they were given. The main characters in the story is Ed, who plays Dodge, and Thaisa, who plays Shelley. And furthermore, to that point, those actors, I think, are my favorite actors in this production as well, because it was just, they were given a lot of material to work with, and it was just interesting to see how they interacted with all the other characters on the stage. And the second thing that worked for me in this production was the mystery. You know, as the play progresses, there are a lot of different things that come up that aren't really explained clearly in the beginning. And when I was watching this show, that really engaged me and made me want to continue watching the story unfold, because I wanted to see how these mysteries were cleared up and explained later on in the play. Now on to the bad. The first thing that didn't work for me in this show is the comedy, or lack thereof. You know, in doing some research for the show after watching it, I saw a description on octheater.org calling Buried Child in part dark comedy. Now, I'm sorry, but I didn't find one part of this play funny, and I'm a big fan of dark comedy. You know, big fan of Sweeney Todd and the first Deadpool movie. But like, there was literally nothing in this play that made me go, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. That's how I felt. But maybe you guys might feel something different if you guys watch the play. The second thing I didn't like about Buried Child was the payoff for the mystery. After watching the whole show play out, I was left with more questions than I had answers, and not in a good way. And the absurdist edge that the play did have for it, it worked in the beginning for me, but since the ending kind of sucked for me, I can't really give this play any extra points for having that absurdism in it. But to see more what I mean in depth of like why it didn't work out, you'll have to see the play for yourself. Now, what do I give Buried Child? Drum roll, please. a 4 out of 10. Now there was some interesting writing in Buried Child, but I mainly walked away from the show a little confused as to how this won a Pulitzer in the first place. Maybe there's something to this play that I'm missing, but I just honestly didn't really have a good time watching the show. Now, if you want a recommendation for a play that won a Pulitzer that I think is awesome, go check out the movie Fences, adapted from the play of the same name. It's written by my boy August Wilson, and in the movie version, the main character is portrayed by none other than the Denzel Washington himself. So go check that out and thank me later. Now that we're almost at the end of the video, I made my first community post a little while back because I just unlocked it thanks to you guys and your continued support. So basically what the post was about was that since we reached 500 subscribers a little while back, I wanted to celebrate. And to celebrate, I'm going to switch it up for my next review, and I'm going to be reviewing a TV show. So I asked you guys to vote between watching Wheel of Time episodes 1 through 4 or Arcane League of Legends season 1. And as you can see here on the screen, 64% of you all voted for Wheel of Time, and 36% of you all voted for Arcane League of Legends. So, I'm going to be reviewing the first 4 episodes of Wheel of Time. With that being said, thank you for reaching this point in the video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends and people you know, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post. And subscribe.